The Antarctic blue whale, Baleinoptera musculus ssp. intermedia, is the biggest animal on the planet, weighing up to 400,000 pounds, approximately 33 elephants, and reaching up to 98 feet in length. The whale has a heart the size of a small car, and during the main feeding season, it consumes around 7,936 pounds of krill per day. It is the loudest animal on Earth, even louder than a jet engine. Its calls reach 188 decibels while a jet reaches 140 decibels. The whale's low-frequency whistle can be heard for hundreds of miles and is probably used to attract other blue whales. The Antarctic blue whale is critically endangered. The blue whale population in Antarctica was drastically reduced by commercial whaling, which started in the southern Atlantic Ocean in 1904. Despite legal protection through the International Whaling Commission in the 1960s, illegal hunting continued until 1972. From about 125,000 individuals in 1926, numbers were reduced to about 3,000 individuals in 2018, which classifies the species as critically endangered on the IUCN Red List. Blue whales, along with minke whales, venture further into the sea ice than other rorquals, such as the humpback and sei whales, and have been seen near 78 degrees south in the Ross Sea. Non-lethal science using mark recapture methods and acoustic tracking is being undertaken to determine the distribution and abundance of blue whales following the ban on commercial exploitation imposed by the International Whaling Commission in 1964. Pygmy blue whales are never found south of 50 degrees south, and feed off the southern Australian coast in summer. They grow to only about 25 meters. A remarkable number of Antarctic blue whales was recently sighted. A team of scientists led by the British Antarctic Survey, BA, was able to share some good news when returning from their recent expedition to the sub-Antarctic island of South Georgia. They counted 55 Antarctic blue whales during their 2020 expedition, which they describe as unprecedented. The South Georgia waters remain an important summer feeding ground. Dr. Jennifer Jackson, a whale ecologist at BA, says, "After 3 years of surveys, we are thrilled to see so many whales visiting South Georgia to feed again. This is a place where both whaling and sealing were carried out extensively. It is clear that protection from whaling has worked, with humpback whales now seen at densities similar to those a century earlier when whaling first began at South Georgia." What is WWF doing? For many years, WWF has worked with the Southern Ocean Commission, CCAMLR, to protect the most critical habitats for iconic species such as whales, penguins, seals, seabirds and their prey, tiny Antarctic krill. In the Southern Ocean, CCAMLR has made a commitment to implement a network of marine protected areas around Antarctica, to protect a range of wildlife impacted by climate change including areas where whales feed on tiny Antarctic krill. WWF works with scientists to provide important information to help governments protect these crucial foraging areas. Antarctic blue whales are the largest animals on Earth and a spectacular wonder to witness in the wild. They are the true Antarctic giants. However, they are critically endangered, very slowly recovering from the impacts of 20th century whaling. Now, we are working to protect the important foraging areas for blue whales in the Southern Ocean before it's too late. This research reaffirms there is still hope, says Chris Johnson, global lead for the Protecting Whales and Dolphins initiative. Diet of krill. Blue whales reach these mind-boggling dimensions on a diet composed nearly exclusively of tiny shrimp-like animals called krill. During certain times of the year, a single adult blue whale consumes about 4 tons of krill a day. Blue whales are baleen whales, which means they have fringed plates of fingernail-like material, called baleen, attached to their upper jaws. The giant animals feed by first gulping an enormous mouthful of water, expanding the pleated skin on their throat and belly to take it in. Then the whale's massive tongue forces the water out through the thin, overlapping baleen plates. Thousands of krill are left behind, and then swallowed. Coloring and appearance. Blue whales look true blue underwater, but on the surface their coloring is more a mottled blue-gray. Their underbellies take on a yellowish hue from the millions of microorganisms that take up residence in their skin. The blue whale has a broad, flat head and a long, tapered body that ends in wide, triangular flukes. Vocalization and behavior. Blue whales live in all the world's oceans, except the Arctic, occasionally swimming in small groups but usually alone or in pairs. They often spend summers feeding in polar waters and undertake lengthy migrations towards the equator as winter arrives. These graceful swimmers cruise the ocean at more than 5 miles an hour, but accelerate to more than 20 miles an hour when they are agitated. Blue whales are among the loudest animals on the planet. They emit a series of pulses, groans, and moans, and it's thought that, in good conditions, blue whales can hear each other up to 1,000 miles away. Scientists think they use these vocalizations not only to communicate, but, along with their excellent hearing, to sonar navigate the lightless ocean depths. Blue whale calves. Calves enter the world already ranking among the planet's largest creatures. After about a year inside its mother's womb, a baby blue whale emerges weighing up to 3 tons and stretching to 25 feet. It gorges on nothing but mother's milk and gains about 200 pounds every day for its first year. Longevity. Blue whales are among Earth's longest-lived animals. Scientists have discovered that by counting the layers of a deceased whale's wax like earplugs, they can get a close estimate of the animal's age. The oldest blue whale found using this method was determined to be around 110 years old. Average lifespan is estimated at around 80 to 90 years. Conservation. Aggressive hunting in the 1900s by whalers seeking whale oil drove them to the brink of extinction. Between 1900 and the mid-1960s, some 360,000 blue whales were slaughtered. They finally came under protection with the 1966 International Whaling Commission, but they've managed only a minor recovery since then. Blue whales have few predators but are known to fall victim to attacks by sharks and killer whales, and many are injured or die each year from impacts with large ships. Breeding. The breeding grounds of southern hemisphere blue whales are still unknown but are thought to lie somewhere in the deep oceanic waters of the tropical South Pacific, Atlantic and Indian Oceans. A newborn blue whale calf weighs 2.5 tons and can, in the latter stages of suckling, put on 100 kilograms a day. Diet and feeding. A blue whale gulps up to 50 tons of water and krill in one feeding mouthful, but swallows only the krill. True, blue whales are one of the fussiest eaters in the Antarctic, usually eating only Antarctic krill, Euphausia superba. Whale song. Blue whales off Sri Lanka have a song which consists of only 4 long, low notes. Low-frequency moans of blue whales, some of them lower than human hearing, can theoretically travel several thousand kilometers, and at close range are as loud as a jumbo jet taking off. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Also subscribe to our channel before you go. Thank you for watching.